Welcome, I'm Donna Morris.
And I'm Bill Sweat. We're the owners of Winderlea Vineyard and Winery.
We've lived here since 2006, and we've never been happier. Where did we come up with Winderlea?
Well, we have a home in Vermont that was named Winderlea by the people who owned it for 60 years before us. And it's a word they made up, combining wind and lea, meaning a meadow or pasture, so wind in the meadow. And honestly, we tried so hard not to use it.
However, your last name is Sweat. My last name is Morris. We did not like the combination of Morris Sweat on a wine bottle, and somehow Winderlea just spoke to us. It keeps us close to our East Coast roots, and we think it's a pretty word, although many people mispronounce it. It's Winderlea.
Yes. In our former careers, we're given the opportunity to work in Japan. And one of the things that our colleagues said to us was, you know, our company wasn't necessarily great at repatriating people. And so we just decided, well, that's all right, we still want to go to Japan, but what will we do if we don't find jobs when we want to return back to the States? And so we decided we would do a business on our own.
And then once we got back in the States, our obsession with wine had become greater and greater with each and every year. And so we started to seriously think about establishing a business based in wine. And it was so exciting, the idea of being able to create something that you could hold and touch and experience. And that's how we focused on deciding to come to Oregon and make Pinot Noir.
I can still remember the first time we bottled the 2006 vintage, and in my former profession, I managed call centers, so my product was a 5-minute phone call. So for me, to see those bottles rolling off the line was just such an amazing thing, to be able to pick up something that we'd spent the previous year making and have it all come to fruition, and that one bottle was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's also just really exciting to be able to watch people's faces as they drink our wines and to see how important they are and how much joy they can bring to someone's life or to a simple meal or any occasion. Let me tell you what's special about the Willamette Valley and why we came here. A big part of it was the community. It became such a welcoming environment for us as we were trying to learn this business from the ground up. And now all of our friends 16 years later are, for the most part, vineyard owners and growers and winemakers who have helped us along the way.
Yeah, when we started in the wine business, we didn't have any professional training really to speak of. We were very avid consumers, very geeky about wine, and we had started taking some courses, but we really learned about making wine when we got here by working with people who had been doing this for most of their lives. In the early days, I was absolutely certain that anyone in a restaurant that had ordered our wine wanted to have a conversation with me, so I would go to their table, and I've been dissuaded of that now. I no longer harass people while they're having dinner, but for the longest time, it was such a brilliant, unique, thrilling thing to see somebody with a bottle of our wine on their table that I couldn't resist.
Well, spring is here, summer is coming, and it's probably the best time to visit Winderlea. We have vineyard hikes, we have farm-to-table dinners, we can serve you in our beautiful tasting room or out in the vineyard garden, and we hope we get the opportunity to host you sometime later this year.
Donna and I and our incredible team and our flock of sheep will look forward to seeing you.